April fans, this is Todd. So I got the Wind Raider in the mail from Big Bad Toy Store. So I want to check it out and see how it all works. I only got a few minutes here, so this is going to go kind of quick. While I'm waiting for those to show up, I've also... Hold on, let me pull them out of here. Where is Trapjaw? Trapjaw, where are you, man? There he is. Urgh. So I've also been working on some of Trapjaw's extensions. As you guys know, this is my personal one right here. Hey Otis, thanks for being here. Romano, thanks for being here too. But I decided to make a different one that I'm going to sell, and it's right here. And oh, it's all stuck. And here it is. I got a little more paint to do on it, but I actually made a new grappling hook for it, where and the cord's actually black instead of purple, and the grappling hook's much smaller than this big giant one that we got from Webster Classics, so it just fits a little better for a hand-sized grappling hook for his attachment. Now I still have a little bit of work to do on this. I'm just about done with it, but eventually this will be the one that I'll be putting up for sale, along with some other attachments. Anyway, let's see who's all on here, and let's get going with this. Thanks, Andrew. I appreciate it. All right, so let's pop this thing open and let's check it out. First of all, the art on the back. There's the cool scene that we see. Ooh, ah. There's Castle Grayskull. There's a red beast man. There's Skeletor back there. And here's somebody I don't recognize. Who is that? Then this guy we know, I believe he's supposed to be half beast, isn't he? I don't know. There's Zodak down there, sporting the Grayskull gun, it looks like. And Man-at-Arms. And it looks like an evil version of the Wind Raider. Look at that. All right, more figures in the line. And on this side, we have some more. There's that guy right there. You can see him better now. Looks like there might be army builders. And there's that other guy, too. Some kind of frog lizard man or something. And, of course, now, this right here, we've seen that before. We had a guy on the original Castle Grayskull box carrying that scepter down one time. All right, cool, nice throwbacks. Let's get this thing open. I remember Hebrew Clampchamp like it was yesterday. That's funny. Hey, welcome from Belgium. Thanks for joining us. Oh, for those in the United States, happy 4th of July, also known as Independence Day. So that's what today is here in the United States. It's actually a holiday. So, all right, we got lots of directions. They tell how to build it and stuff. For those that lose their directions, there you go. There's the contents. More ways to display. Here's how you build it. Wing 1 or 1 and 2. Build the display. Put it on there. Stick your figure inside there. Bada bing, bada boom. Click. And it shows it shooting off. Alright. Let's get this thing open. I'm not going to say the rubber bands because of time. Like I said, I got some other thing I need to do today. So I don't have a lot of time. They got the same kind of plugs like we saw with the Land Shark to hold that in. So that's kind of cool. Now, I do a video on making this string longer for the Classics one, and I'm wondering if this is going to have the same problem with the string's just not quite long enough, because that is a pretty short string. It does seem like it's a little longer than Classics was. Classics was ridiculously short, so I may not alter this, but I think I might make a longer string for it. Just because. All right, let's go ahead and put this in there. Looks like it goes like that. I gotta first wind it up though. All right. Boop. Now, here is the little mini one, so you can see the size difference. Now, I don't have the one from the 80s anymore, which I kind of stink. I was hoping to pull the classics out too, but like I said, because of lack of time, I'm just going to hurry and put this together. It goes that way. There you go. All right, let's get this thing built. So the question is, are these wings the same, or is there a right and a left? So that's what we got to figure out when we're looking at this. So let's take a look here. And we can see that this side looks the same. Yep, they look pretty much the same. Yep, you even have the mold spots right on here on both sides. So these wings are the same. So that makes it easy. So it shows putting this on the bottom first and then sliding into place. Maybe I got that backwards. I'm gonna have to look at the directions again. No, there we go. Hooray. These go in like so. Ugh. Just like the 80s ones, except the 80s ones broke all the time. There we go. And they do paddle independently, which is cool because if this actually was aerodynamic, you put one up, one down, and that would really cause you to turn pretty quick. So that makes more sense having them both the same. Let's go ahead and load a figure. Now I do have this figure right here that doesn't have a sword spot on his back. So I'm going to use this one here first to see how far this pushes away from the controls and the seat. This Wind Raider's huge. I think he fits in there really easily. Rotate his hands. From Castles and Dragons. Now, thank you so much for the response on that. So you can see that that doesn't impede it too much, having his sword holder holds him back a little bit, but not enough to be that big of an issue. There we go. So let's go ahead and test this out. There it is. There's the length of it, so you guys can see. And this is the same feature where it all of a sudden stops winding. So if you have a lot of pressure on this, like you're holding up a figure, it is just going to sit and spin and not actually force it up, which is kind of a bummer because sometimes you want to actually pull up like somebody on the lanyard. It almost has almost no strength to even pull itself up. So really, it looks like it's only good for after you put it in, just to wind it back up. So a lot of manual pulling it up on your own. All right, let's go ahead and try rolling it. It does roll nicely. And it has its 3 wheels in the back, and it has a stand. Let's go ahead and bust open that stand. There it is. It does look really nice. I'm actually really happy with it. It is a really cool looking Wind Raider. I like it better than the one from the 80s. Now, of course, you know, classics is my thing, so I'll always be a huge classics fan. Now, it's cool. It comes with this cool little computer, which I imagine would look neat inside Castle Grayskull somewhere. So let's go ahead and build this. Looks like this, goes like this, and then this computer goes... Oh, goes back here. And then this goes on there. Let me double check to make sure I haven't go in the right direction. It sure looks like it. Yep. Ta-da. Oh, look at that. It actually slides into the castle. Okay, that is pretty cool. I'm going to have to try that later and see how that works. Wow. I might have to try that in a few minutes, actually. There we go. Let's get that castle out of here. Woo. Dun, da, 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 da. I did not expect it to actually hook up to the castle. That's a neat feature. Let's look at those directions one more time. Oh, it's just one piece goes on there from the front. So you got a hole right there. And that just goes right in there. And that lines up too. Look at that. So you can see how that goes in right there. It's actually got two peg points. One here, one there. One here, one there. And then it just slides right in there. Doesn't look like it wants to actually fit inside that back peg. But one thing I noticed is that is a lot of weight on that little brown piece. I am not going to store it that way. That is... Ugh. I wish there was some way to put this whole thing in there to make this more attached, but that's okay. I do like that it has more computers though. That's kind of a fun little thing with the computer on there. Of course, now they can't access it. They probably should have turned this around so that someone could work on this side. But there you go. There is our Wind Raider. Of course, we saw with the classics, they had the Wind Raider actually sitting right down here on the floor mounted, which was always in the way, which is why you made that hole plug originally. So I guess Mattel's really wanted the Wind Raider to be part of the castle. All right, let me check out your guys' questions. I have to jet. Sky sled would look better on the castle. Yes, it would. That is true. You could use the same stand probably for the sky sled. I wonder. I got the sky sled here, and I'm guessing it is probably the same size hole in there, so that would probably make more sense to use this little gray piece in the castle to put the sky sled on there. That is a great idea. Hey, welcome from Chile. I know, I got to put the stickers on there. I haven't got around to it yet. I've been really busy with a lot of projects, but hopefully soon I will. I didn't mean to order an extra one, but I accidentally ordered a second land shark. So, which should be called Shark Tank. So I'm going to actually retrofit another one of these for classics. Gonna rip the seat out. I got a seat printing downstairs right now. I'm also working on that helmet for the new Battle Cat, and it's coming along pretty good. So hopefully I'll have that to show you guys in about a week or so. And that's pretty much about it. All right, you guys. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, tell your friends. And I still got to paint this head too. My head's been turned to crystal. Anyway. And if you haven't checked it out yet, do check out my video I just finished last night on King Hiss. And it's a pretty cool video from the 2000X cartoon, his origin story. And you got me narrating it, so it's not terrible. All right, you guys. Thanks for joining me. Like, subscribe, tell your friends. And I will see you guys next time. Let's see, any more questions? Hey, thanks, Dean. I appreciate it. You take care, too. Oh, today you got the land shark. Excellent. It is bigger, but not as big as the Classics Wind Raider. I was hoping to compare it to the Classics one, but I got it packed away in a box right now. But soon I'll be showing both side by side probably. The Classics one is monstrously huge, so this is not quite that big. Let's see if I got a Classics figure sitting around that I can throw in there so you guys can see how it fits. Here we go. I got Extra Parts Man sitting here. Let's just go and toss him in there and see if he fits in there. Actually, he does. That's cool. For those that did not get the Classics one, you can toss your Classics figures in there and they fit without retrofitting it with different seat sizes and ripping things apart. If he didn't have all the fuzz on his back, you could probably hang on to the handles. All right, Extra Parts Man. Let's take your head off. Yep, I probably have to heat his hand up to open it up a little more because his hand's kind of tight. Let's see. Yeah, I don't have any hot water in here to... There we go, got one on there. Open your hands, man. That is surprising. Look at that. I cannot believe that a Classics figure fits in an Origins vehicle without having the retrofitter. And actually, I was wrong. There is room for his armor on his back. Look at that. So you really could put his armor back on there if you wanted to. You can stuff him down deeper too if you want. And you can just see it does fit in there pretty nice. Let me throw a sort of light on here. Ugh. And you can see his feet actually fit down there pretty nicely. So, for those that missed out on the Classics one, there you go. You can have yourself a little bit smaller Wind Raider for your classic figures. That is pretty cool. I'm happy about that. That's awesome. I actually have an electric kettle. I just, it's in the other room. That's funny though. I even got a whole entire water system. Check out my videos. This is funny. I never get around to using it all the time. All right, you guys. I did get another Clamp Champ. It came from Big Bad Toy Store yesterday. The box was already open though. The comic was slid out. His extra clamp. There's his hand. So this guy's getting open soon, and then he can be standing next to Hebro. Oop. That's why I was hoping to get the lighter colored one, so there's more difference between Hebro and, yeah, I heard about that King Bro. That's funny. I need to check that video out and see what King Bro is. I wonder if they got the idea from my Hebro originally. Would that be kind of funny? Because I have noticed the Four Horsemen have taken ideas from fans before, and look, even have that Faker cat that they took an idea from that customizer. So... Of course, my guy's Hero, not King Bro, but there you go. Hey, thanks, Joey, for saying I'm my biggest fan. I appreciate that. All right. Anyway, like, subscribe, tell your friends, and I am jumping off now. Bye now.